Okay, so welcome back. And so today we're going to take a few minutes and we're going to talk about parallelograms, and we're going to introduce the idea of an altitude. So, or what we call the height of a parallelogram. Okay, and this also applies to triangles as well. So the height of a parallelogram is the distance, or the altitude is the line. If you draw a line from one vertex that is perpendicular to one of the bases. So you're going from one base to the other base. Okay? So if you draw a perpendicular line from the top base down to the bottom base, then that is called the altitude. Okay? So now again, it has to be perpendicular to the bases, right? So again, so if you draw a line that's perpendicular to the base, that's an altitude. The altitude represents the height of a parallelogram. Okay, like I said in a previous video. But now we're going to give it a name. The altitude. Okay, but it's also the height. And so this also gives us a reason why it's always base times height of a parallelogram. Because if you take scissors, if you were able to take scissors and cut this triangle off and slide it down, what happens is this becomes a new side. And if you slide this triangle down, what happens is you end up with a rectangle where the height is this, right? And since this piece right here is moving down to this piece, the total base is not changing. The length of the base is not changing. You're just taking this piece over here and sticking it over here. So the base is still the same length. So that's why we get the formula base times height. Because a parallelogram can be made into a rectangle by sliding one piece over to the other side. And that's it. So I just want to introduce the altitude so you know what the altitude is and how it's related to the height of a parallelogram. Have a great day.